Hey, Father Taylor here, and it's Thursday, November 30th, and here is your weekly eBlast. First of all, nativity sets, those little sets that sometimes you put out on a table around Christmas, with the manger scene and all the pieces, the shepherds coming, things like that. We collect them and we put them out in the church during the weekend, this weekend, for Christmas in the Village. Last year was the first time we did it, and Christmas in the Village was an outdoor event, but we had lots of people, in particular kids, who came in to check out these nativity sets. Christmas in the Village has always been either in the hall or outside, but because of the nativity sets, people came into our sanctuary maybe for the first time. Kids just walked around sort of in awe. So we're collecting them, but we need them tomorrow, Friday. We need them Friday, anytime between 5 and 7. If you drop them off earlier, that's fine, but they're going to set them up tomorrow evening, 5 to 7. So nativity sets. And that brings us to the big event for us, our big inviting event for this weekend, which is Christmas in the Village. We get to stay inside this year, but we're having many of those things that we had outside, we have inside. We have a whole setup. The LaValle family has just really been amazing with Catherine and a few other folks who have just jumped in and really done a great job. But decorations all the way through the church, all the way up into the hall. And of course, culminating with a variety of events, but coming back downstairs into a special area where kids can come and meet with Santa and Mrs. Claus and get their picture taken. The reason we do this event is one, to build community within our community, and also to invite people to come and to share part of our community life. And so this is a all church event. Doesn't matter if you have kids, grandkids, doesn't matter. We would like you to be there, to be part of the group that helps host. You might not have to do a thing. You just might just be there and see people, maybe secretly and silently pray for them. But we would like everybody to show up sometime between 10 and 2 to enjoy Christmas in the Village with our neighbors as guests of Trinity Church. At around noon, I believe we have a contingent from Towerfield School coming in to sing. They're not doing a holiday program this year. So this is they're kind of throwing it together for the benefit of us and their families. And so we have a variety of other things going on there. So please, 10 to 2. If you're at home and you say, I just can't get out to get to this, I'm asking you to pray for us. Pray that the Lord brings the people and kind of encourages those people who need to come to come. Pray that the conversations that the Lord wants to have can happen. We had some conversations last year where all kinds of things went on. We found out about a friend of ours who'd been in a terrible accident, and we began ministering to that family. So there's a lot of things that happen at Christmas in the Village that don't look like the things you see, like Santa and the elves. That's all what we do for fun, but underneath of it, it's all about ministry and helping to welcome people in to see Jesus, really. So that's on the 3rd. But that's not all. Coming up also, just as a reminder, that we have about 26 people who on December 10th will be prayed for, where they're either going to be confirmed, received into the Episcopal Church, or have they're going to renew their baptismal vows. So that's another prayer event. The bishop will be here December 10th and for that service. On December 10th, there is one service. It's the 9:15 service, because the bishop is here and we need to have everybody come to the one service where the bishop is. So please, just because you come to 8, I love the 8 o'clock, but you need to show up for the 9:15 because we all need to be there. I'm going to tell these folks again, but if you are a person who is planning to be confirmed, to be received, or to reaffirm your baptismal vows, on that Sunday, you need to show up at the church at 8:15. At 8:15, why? Because we have so many people there So for every person getting confirmed, received, or reaffirmed, we have 1 to 2 people who are their sponsors. So it's a pretty big group going forward. So we just have to walk through the logistics of having the bishop there. That's different. And how's the bishop going to do this? And being totally prepared for where should you sit, how should you come forward, and making out your cards with your name on it. So if you are on that list of people, and I've got it right down here, if you're on that list of people in the process for confirmation, reception, or reaffirmation, please remember, you have to be there at 8:15. It's a big deal. We would like everyone to invite guests that day to see. It's going to be kind of a wonderful service. So we want people to be there. It's a great way to have people come for that service. But that same weekend, on the 9th, which is Saturday night, that is our service of lessons and carols. Saturday, December 9th at 4 o'clock, and Sunday, December 10th, the same day as the bishop visit, on December 10th, also at 4 o'clock. Why are we doing it 4 o'clock? Well, more and more folks we have are older and you don't like driving at night. We're trying to move it closer. So it's not quite like the deep dark coming and going. So at least coming, you can get some light coming. We also have it earlier so families can come. We have it earlier so that you can come and then maybe take your friends out and go grab a bite to eat and go down to Marco's or go to a nice place in Simsbury and grab a bite to eat. So 4 o'clock is our time. Lessons and carols, Saturday the 9th, Sunday the 10th at 4 p.m. All right. Also, we do poinsettias, for the Christmas season. And you need to have all your requests in by December 17th, or if you have any poinsettias. All right. All right. Last I'm going to announce is we have a service of hope and healing on Wednesday, December 13th, Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. This year is a little different from previous years. We have so many people who are grieving and for whom the holidays are hard, but we've changed our service. In the past, I think the service had a greater emphasis on grieving, but this emphasis is on like your personal secret Christmas. Right? So if you're going through stuff and you think, man, if I go to church, first of all, people are going to say, oh, how are you doing? Or maybe they'll forget that I just lost my loved one a year or two ago, and they'll say, hey, Merry Christmas. It's just a lot to bear. And so by having more of a Christmas service, you get to hear the familiar readings, and you get to hear, we're not playing the songs that we think are going to be too much to handle, but you get a little bit of Christmas on December 13th. It's quiet. There'll be people available to pray if you'd like that, but you're going to get a lot of space. We're here to give everybody space to come in, do as much of that service as they can, and just to enjoy some Christmas in a little more private, quiet way, and without people, having to like overwhelm you with how wonderful everything's are, in their family or something. We're happy for them, but that can be hard if you're going through it, during Christmas. So that's the service of hope and healing on the 13th. All right. If you have any more questions about anything, check out the videos. We have almost completed the entire set of teachings that we're involved with walking through the baptismal covenant. So if you have ever wondered about the Apostles' Creed, what is it that we do, or the questions like, what does it mean to continue in the Apostles' doctrine and fellowship, and the breaking of bread and the prayers? We have videos for all of those things, right up to the last 2 questions. This week's video is a little bit different. It's asking a really important question, but it's not those last 2 questions. But we have videos on prayer. We have videos on doing the prayer of examine, very contemplative, finding God in your everyday. We have videos on how to pray the Lord's Prayer in a way that you might have thought. And we have some things on how to read scripture and to get more out of that. So please take advantage of all the things. They're all up on the website. So for now, God bless you. And I hope to see you out here at church for our great day where we have Christmas in the village. See you guys soon.